Hello, it's Tamara Hunter, and today is day number 273 of 365 days of awesome. Celebrate success through service. And yes, I am ready for today's show. We have as our service hero someone that I actually have been excited about since last year, the end of last year, and we're going to go into why. This is MJ's Raven, and I want to welcome you to the show. You're in Las Vegas right now, right?
I'm actually currently in Atlanta, in
Oh, you're
Georgia.
in Atlanta. Oh, I should have asked that and made sure because you're from Vegas.
Yes, I lived and resided in Vegas. Yes.
Yes. Okay. So you are. Why don't you tell us? I'm just going to let you tell us. You can tell us in whichever way you want. If you want to tell us a little bit also in kind of like doing a performing thing, however you want to go about what is it that you are known for?
Well, first of all, hello everybody. My name is MJ Raven. I am the only celebrity female Michael Jackson impersonator in the United States and international. I was informed that by a very, very special friend. He knows who he is. And yeah, there are females.
And I love it. You are a performer that
Yes.
dances and sings, and you are all things Michael Jackson, and yet you are a female impersonator, or a female celebrity Michael Jackson impersonator.
Yes.
That's pretty incredible.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It's been an incredible journey and still goes.
And so let's talk about why it is that I am. Of course, I'm excited about what it is that you do. And total disclosure, yes, I love Michael Jackson music. And there's a certain time in my life that was about. Well, we had records, and that was one of the records
Yes.
that we played over and over and over, myself and my roommates, and we did that, getting ready to go and have some fun. And
Yes.
and so that brings back really wonderful memories for me. And yet, the reason that I wanted you on the show is because you have a heart to give.
Yes.
You wanted to actually, and it just worked out. It didn't, that things just didn't run up in alignment. However, you volunteered to come and perform at our Chemo Buddies for Life telethon when we were doing the 24-hour telethon in Las
Yes.
Vegas. And you currently are even scheduled to do an event where you've waived your fees because you're giving back to the military. You have a
Yes.
heart to serve.
Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely.
And
There are
go
some
ahead.
things that, to me, there are some things you just, if it's not from the heart, there's no purpose towards it. There's just some things in this world that you just, it's like you got to be a human, and there's not a lot of people that do that. They think monetary. I think there's some things that I'm just the purpose is so much bigger than the monetary gain, and for me, that's the bigger payback. That's the bigger paycheck. Is the humanitarian aspect of it, and giving back to the military and giving back to different causes, such as the leukemia fund you have. I've donated to like AIDS awareness, the foundation. I give back to an organization in the country of Nepal. Um, they made me an ambassador for them. The organization is called Peace for People of Nepal. You can find them on Facebook and look them up. It's a beautiful organization, beautiful people. I've donated towards them. I've, checked up on their children and make sure they're okay. I'm planning a vacation out there to come see them as my goal to perform, to be there for the children and see how the schools are built and, you know, get my hands dirty, get in there with them, and, you know, just be there for people. It's very important to be a human first before a performer. That's just the cherry on top. It's performing for them and sharing love as a human being. It's so much more.
I want to thank you for that, because there's so many people. I have to say, recently, I've been really lucky that I have been finding that many of the performers that I've been meeting, they do have hearts. They do have a humanitarian side, and it's so refreshing to see that people. I mean, because you have studied your craft. You're a second generation performer, correct?
You could say that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, your mother had a lot to do with where you are today.
Oh, absolutely. I've been doing this since I was 15 years old. I'm 41 now. So.
No.
Yes. So I've been doing this for quite a long time, and I've met amazing people on the way. I've befriended a lot of people that I've only watched on TV and dreamed of watching, and turn around and got to perform alongside them. It's been an amazing journey. I've befriended even some of his family. To me, that was the ultimate honor, is to befriend some of his family members and just be in his world in a way that it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing.
I bet it is. What is your favorite Michael Jackson song? Do you have a favorite?
Yes, actually, I have two.
Okay.
My first ultimate forever favorite will be Music and Me. He performed when he was a child. And my second favorite is Stranger in Moscow.
Oh, I don't think I know that one for some reason.
Yeah, Stranger in Moscow was on the History album.
Okay.
Disc 2, track 3.
You got it memorized. Okay. Now you're taking me back to some back in my thoughts. And when Michael was a part of with the Jackson 5, right?
Yes.
One of my very favorites from when I was a child was Ben. Do you know that one?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Can you sing that one?
Yeah. Okay. I'll get a little bit.
Okay.
Because I did a performance a while ago. My voice is a little harsh.
No
All
worries.
right. Here we go. When the two of us need look no more, we both found what we were looking for. With a friend to call my own, I'll never be alone. And you, my friend, will see you've got a friend in me. Okay, there you go.
Oh, what do they do? They put the lights on in their phones, Oh, that was beautiful, and it's funny, I hadn't even thought of that song in so long until you mentioned when you were a child, and then all of a sudden it was like, I remember that song, and it's funny how we go time traveling when we listen to music, don't we?
Absolutely.
And
music is the key of the world. Music is the heart of everything. It brings peace, it brings love, it brings joy, it brings serenity, it brings unity. Music is amazing. So.
And we were talking before, it can bring healing.
Oh, absolutely. Music can bring healing. I saw a recent video that went viral. This little boy dancing to Billie Jean, and he's got chemo, and he's dancing in his pajamas with a little microphone his mom bought. He's got the tubes going, but he's just so into it and just going, and it just brought such strength. And his mom said that Michael's music keeps his son motivated and keeps him going. And he's been doing really well. I think they said his white blood count is going up, so he's fighting it. And he's been doing really well from what I'm hearing. I'm going to try and follow up and see what's going on. But it's amazing how music can give you that inner strength and gives you that fight,
Right.
It's amazing. So beautiful thing.
Exactly.
Really is.
In fact, when I have talked to some of my buddies, what I have heard from them is that it actually can help them everything from give the excitement and the energy to the calming and the
Yeah.
inspiration and the meditation to like whatever it is that is ailing from them at that moment in time. Music can actually help to turn it around and give them that extra oomph
Yes.
to go on, even if it's that they just stop believing in themselves and in that loving of themselves, because we have to love ourselves. They say we have to love ourselves before we can love anybody else. And when you're dealing with your life being in jeopardy, you want to love that life, and so that you want to then go forward.
Exactly. That is true. That is very true.
Now, you know of cancer because of a personal situation, right?
Yes. Yes, I do. My mother passed away 2 years ago, as of April 9th of this year. It'll be 2 years. She passed away from stage 4 lung cancer. So it's become personal, excuse me, mission of mine to help donate towards the cause and try to help, any way I can to help them find a cure. There's got to be a cure somewhere. I believe there is one. We just haven't gotten it yet. And if we do have it, I pray that the pharmaceutical companies release it already.
Yeah.
So
One thing that I will say, and what we're doing, and that's why I'm so grateful that you are, it was like, yes, let's do this, and let's get you involved, and let's share the story, because what we have found, and it has been documented, and it is now proven, and we can even share it through our organization, is that the healing can take place too when you're not feeling isolated. If you feel isolated and alone, your percentage of living as long as someone that is socialized or has a buddy, a part of a community, is percentage. It's less. The percentages go down, and they now have that in journals, medical journals in the United Kingdom, and so. And we have been able to, through our buddies, we've been able to prove that having a purpose to live, to have others that you're living for as well as for yourself, and feeling a part of, like, okay, I'm having a rough day. Okay, I need your help. And then that teeter totter. Okay, I'm having a good day and you need me and I'm here for you. And that vice versa. It can make the difference in life.
It can. Absolutely. Absolutely. It keeps you motivated. It keeps you going. It keeps you strong.
I want to share a couple pictures. Now, where have you been performing? You have some fun stuff.
That was everywhere.
Have you traveled throughout the world as Michael Jackson or MJ's Raven?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I go in the world as Michael Jackson. I performed all over East Coast, West Coast, now in the South, working on international, doing videos, other stuff.
You know what? Okay, I have some really fun ideas I'm going to talk to you about after this, because I'm thinking we're going to have some fun, because part of helping people to want to live is to have humor, hope, and heart, and healing through music and using those words. I can just see some fun stuff around the corner, don't you?
Oh, that'd be great. I would love to dance with the children. That'd be great if we can get, the kids and give them a fun, and
well, let me just
kind of thing, have the kids that want to see Michael. I can be there for them, as Michael.
Okay. Let me just kind of drop a bombshell here that I think is going to be pretty exciting. I'm in the process of going to be announcing something here very soon, and that is that that healing with hope through tranquility, meaning that I'm going to be working with an organization, and already am, that focuses in on helping children to find a better life through actionable skills and tools to live stress free and get, and help their parents, help them. And then I'm aligning myself with one of my dear friends that has another nonprofit, Along Comes Hope. And that one helps with kids. And so with all of us, we are, coming up with this program. We're going forward and helping, kids of all ages to get through this and then heal and then stop the generational cancer that's happening, because
That's
that's
wonderful.
it's so important. Because I mean, your
Yes.
mother passed of lung cancer. That is the cancer that my stepfather passed of. I don't talk a lot about him because he's not in my direct line. However, both my mother and my stepfather both passed of cancer. My
Yeah.
grandfather passed of cancer. My brother and my daughter and I have had cancer. We need to stop the
Absolutely.
cycle,
Yeah.
and doing it with some fun,
Yeah.
right?
Absolutely. I may do yoga with the kids. That'd be fun.
Oh, and that's how you keep that MJ Ravens body, huh? Let's go into some more pictures, because I'm like, okay, that makes total sense. I mean, look at this. I love that.
That was in New York City, the top corner with the sparks in the back. That's New York City.
New York City. Someday
That's New
I'm
York.
going there. That's on my wish list. That's on my bucket list. I've been a lot of places, but not in New York. This one, that's pretty incredible.
Oh, thank you. That was in a studio in New Jersey.
I'm not surprised. You just, you're very humble with what it is that you are doing, and that shows a servant's heart.
Thank you.
That's why you are a service hero, because and I want to say this. Let's just be real. And because
Always,
some
always.
people would say, "Oh yeah, you've been living the high life for decades. You're out there in front of, hundreds, if not thousands of people, the big stage. You're doing the Michael Jackson shows. You've got the lights, the camera, the action, the sparkles, and the just all of that's going on. I'm sure, and you got the look,
Thank you.
and everything, that it would be really easy to really believe it all, and then not have the heart and the willingness to serve others that you have.
People don't know the backstory to get where I am, and the journey I've been on was never easy, and that's why I've always been raised to be humble. I'm religious in my belief. I keep my faith. I keep my morals. I remember where I came from to remind me where I am. And to me, that is a driving force. And even today, the point of where I am in my career, I still see this. I still have people that the first thing that they look at is the fact that I'm a female and that I have to prove it to them. And then they're like, oh, okay. And then they realize who I really am because they kind of don't realize it. And then they're like, oh, okay, I'm sorry. And then they apologize. I was like, if you can get past the gender, that shouldn't matter. It's the message that matters, you know. And I rock it out.
Well, we're going to let you in just a few minutes give us a little bit more of the rock and feel. But but do you mind sharing when it was that you knew you were called to take on the persona of MJ's Raven?
When did I get called on to be for the beginning? Oh,
Yeah.
that was when I was 15. That's when the Raven came about. The raven was born.
Is there a significance to the raven?
The raven is my spiritual animal. In the Indian, the Native American tribal they believe in your spirit animals. Mine was the raven. It followed me wherever I go. It would land on my car. I didn't care where it was. It was always around me, and I'm like, okay, that's my animal. And of course, Michael Jackson's raven, MJ's raven. I'm the shadow under his wings. I bring new life to him. Show new breath of air to people for those who do not know. Remind people who he was that do know. So that's my name, MJ's Raven.
Now, are you from the Native American? Is that in your blood, or is it something that you have an affinity for?
I just have an affinity for it. I'm still actually going to be doing the DNA 23andMe. Support to 23andMe. I'm going to be finding out if I do. If I do, I'm going to find that out. But I have a deep love for all nationalities. I find everybody amazing and beautiful, and so wow. I love to learn from every country in the world. Every place has something to learn from and grow from and incorporate to your own life, not just what you are. So yeah.
Right. Okay. So when you found that the raven was visiting with you, you had the knowledge that this was something that you were feeling called and driven to do. Did you go to your mom and say, "Okay, Mom, believe it or not, I feel that I need to impersonate Michael Jackson, and will you help me?" How did that go?
She was very supportive. She said whatever I wanted to do, she supported me. She was like, if it makes you happy, if it brings you love, if it brings you happiness, and you're able to give back, do it. So
I love it. I mean, we were talking before and we were comparing notes and about our moms because we both lost our moms to cancer. And that does put you in a club that you don't necessarily want to ever join. However, we need to be there for each other.
Exactly.
And you're and there I could go so many ways right now because I'm just feeling this amazing like like there's a lot of interesting stuff that I'm feeling because, well, I shared with you that you are giving on my mother's birthday. You are doing service on my mother's birthday. It's this month on July the 27th. We'll hold that off to the side because I want to talk a little bit about that. I really want to talk about it and give it the some good time, and so we can talk about where it's going to be and everything. I want to go back to, so you're growing up, you tell your mom, she's very supportive.
Yes.
Where was the first time, when was the first time, and where do you remember that you ever dressed up and performed as Michael Jackson?
It it was a festival in New Jersey. It was a big festival. I mean, I can't really remember the name. It was years ago, but it had a crowd of over 500 people, and it was like a competition. I wasn't aware it was a competition. I just knew it was an event. So I went and I did Billie Jean, and it won. And that shocked me. It shocked me, but I was more overwhelmed with the love because there was so many people screaming and clapping and saying his name, and some people were crying. And it was just the amount of love was so overwhelming. I was like, okay, this is it. This is definitely it. To bring that much happiness. So I was like, all right, now let's keep going bigger. Then I keep pushing myself. I kept going, let's go bigger. Let's go bigger. Okay, if I did this, let's go bigger. Let's do this. Let's do that. And then it became
What it is today.
books
When was the first time that you ever found that you weren't getting all the love because you decided to show up, be MJ's Raven, and here you are a female?
I've never had that experience. I've always had the love.
Okay.
I've never had a moment where there isn't love. you there's question, but then they go, oh, and then the love comes in.
Right,
Love
right.
comes in.
You prove to them that there's a reason for it and that you deserve to be there, right?
Correct. Correct.
Okay. All right.
That's why I
When
love telling people you ain't seen nothing yet.
okay. What was the most exciting moment? I mean, I have all these questions and I'm getting all these visions in my mind. Like, okay, now, what was the largest crowd, let's just say, that was going wild and crazy, or the most memorable crowd besides the first one? Is there one that there's maybe a story behind it that you want to share? Like, yeah, if you've ever wanted to do this, it is so worth it because I had this experience.
I think to me it wasn't a big crowd, but it was a well-known crowd.
Okay.
I had done an off-Broadway show with my beloved friend that passed away, Jerry Russo. He was Georgie in The Sopranos, and I did a show a couple of months with him performing, and we did a special performance for the cast of The Sopranos.
Of The Sopranos, really?
That's it was awesome. But as far as big crowds, woo, about 1,500 to 2,000. It was great.
Oh, I bet. And I bet they're all up and dancing and,
Oh,
because the
it was
music just gets you going.
oh, it's a whole new world. The music starts, and I'm in a whole new world. I'm just totally become the catalyst for him, for Michael, and just give him his moment. Be his catalyst.
So do you have the glove and then you do the moonwalk and then do you have all of the other moves that do you do a lot of the moves that he had? I mean, of course, this picture right here, this is a signature Michael Jackson,
Yes.
silhouette, right? Of course, you recognize that right away, and they're like, "That's not him." Oh, that's MJ Raven? Really? Wow. And I have to say I love this picture here because that just is it just and then the one I shared before, we'll bring it back up. This one here, you just you I'm looking at these and I'm thinking you
I still
have
love,
it
I still
down.
love that.
What?
I still love that tie. But
It's pretty spectacular and the way that you've got the move and I'm sure that it was a photography session is what it looked like it was. However, it looks like you are just there ready to perform.
oh yeah,
Yeah. So, okay, can we get you to maybe you mentioned Billie Jean.
yes,
Do you mind giving us a little bit of an acapella Billie Jean for a second?
sure.
Okay.
And let's pick the part of the song. Ooh. She was more like a beauty queen from a movie scene. I said, don't mind, but what do you mean? I am the one who dance on the floor and around. There you go. Yeah.
How amazing. I mean, okay, Michael.
Uh,
Do people kind of forget that they're watching an impersonator? And do you ever get that afterwards where they literally start treating you like you are Michael Jackson?
yes,
Okay.
yes, yes. And I just keep the persona for them until they leave. Yes, yes, I do.
It goes back to that child that you were talking about that with the chemotherapy that, he's doing the Billie Jean, and I know which one you're talking about. I've seen it too. I love it. He's got the thing going on,
So
and
cute.
and I've seen other kids and that's where healing through music, and I think that or I know and that's one of the things I'm bringing out to the chemo buddies. It's like, don't just let the children be doing this, guys. We need to, us adults need to be showing up, and we need to be doing some of the healing through the music too. And in fact, I would love to see if we do something with the kids, is having maybe can you see this, a row of the kids and a row of the adults, and doing something where they're like, because it's kids of all ages, and showing that you can overcome anything, because your mom and I, they were adults when they faced that season. And I'm just thinking, my mom was a huge fan. We would she was fun. We would do a lot of the when I was growing up, because she loved drama and she encouraged it in all of us. And so it's like, okay, yeah, let's do this. And it would be okay now. And then my friends would come over and we would do one day it might be Bobby socks type stuff, and we would dress up like we were from the 50s. And then it might be this, and we would dress up, it might even be the Charleston, we would be the 20s, and then it might be the Michael Jacksons, and we might be whatever decade it was from, the songs, right?
The same thing when I was little. We'd have like Star Search, and we'd have Star Search night, and we'd perform in the living room, and my friends would come over, and who would ever get to be the star? Some people get to be Diana Ross, some people get to be Billie Holiday, or we put on disco night, things like that.
Oh, yeah.
It's fun. I understand.
Exactly. And it encourages the brain. It encourages the brain to go to another place that then puts the healing serotonin out there. It puts all of the good stuff.
Dopamine.
Right?
It's like a dopamine. It definitely pumps you up. Absolutely.
Yes. All right. Then okay, now this is a real interesting, is this when you're not in the persona?
Actually, no. I'm always in persona when I do photo shoots.
Okay. Because I'm just thinking, you look beautiful here, but Michael Jackson was beautiful too.
Yes, he was.
Absolutely. That's why I don't want to assume anything. And then I love this one too. I have to say, this is one of my favorites.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
With the colors and the look. And in fact, when I was in Vegas, one of the Michael Jackson tribute shows that was at the Stratosphere had some of his garb out there, right? And I went live doing a Service Hero show, and the vendor had just come there, and I said, is there any way I can just pretend with the hat for a few minutes? And they let me go live, starting with the hat, and then give it back to them. And I thought, oh, I wouldn't mind doing that a few times, because there's something putting that on. There's something in, oh, okay, let me bring you back up. All right. She's coming. There you go. So sorry. I took the wrong one down. There you go. See, your picture, it's like, okay, it's all Michael Jackson. All right. So, but when you're dressed up, well, do you ever dress other than as Michael or MJ's Raven? Ever?
When I'm not performing, I dress as me, Chris.
Okay. All right. That's fair.
I don't go around every day dressing like Michael, in case that's what people believe. I don't. Only when I'm called upon, and just quite frequent, which is quite frequent. But on the days I don't get called on, I dress down and normal, and me.
So let's go there for just a moment, if you don't mind. Sure. What is the normal Crystal like?
Crystal is a cook. Crystal likes to cook. I like to cook, and I raised my 15-year-old.
Oh, your mother of a 15-year-old. Yes, I bet she's proud of you, isn't she?
Son. I have a 15-year-old son.
Oh, a son. Okay, son. Okay, so 15-year-old son. And is he pretty proud of his mom?
Oh, he loves it. He loves it. He gets to travel with me sometimes. So, yeah, it's Right.
Uh-huh. That and does he have any kind of a musical interest himself or
Oh,
performing
yeah.
interest?
He actually plays a lot of instruments. He can play the alto and tenor saxophone. He can play the acoustic guitar, the electric guitar, and the piano, grand piano, and electric piano. He's so musically inclined; it's amazing. So,
Does he have a certain type of music that he's drawn towards?
I raised him eclectic, so he appreciates everything from classical to Frank Sinatra to even today's hip hop, Juice World. Uh, he loves Biggie, Big, and some other people, Michael, of course, and Jackie Wilson. I raised him to appreciate all music because all music is one.
Right.
Everybody is all music. It's a melody. It's a symphony. Everything is blended. So he loves everything, and he's got my records.
Okay, so let's talk about that. So you actually have records out as MJ's Raven.
Oh no, I meant records of artists.
Oh,
You
okay. Okay.
I would love to though, but no, not yet.
Not yet. Is that something that you want to do?
I would love to do that. I actually have a song I have that I would love to record. It was my mother's, and I would love to record that one day. Yes.
What is the name of that song?
Um, I think it was called "Since I Met You." It's a beautiful song. So it's kind of like an alternative, not an alternative pop, but it's like a soft pop rock kind of melodic to it. It's really nice. So I'm thinking of doing that, possibly for the new year.
For the what?
Possibly for the next year, coming up for the new year, I may go into the studio and get a track down for it. You know,
Do you want to share just a little bit of that? No, that's okay. That's why I asked if you wanted to. Not a problem. Not a problem. I understand. So now I told you that we were going to revisit the
yes,
27th,
yes.
and you decided that you were going to be there when some service people come back. Is that what it is, or what is this event
Um,
that you're going to be doing?
it's a private event for the family. The woman's husband is coming back from the military, serving in Afghan, I believe, in the Marines, and he's coming home. And she wanted to throw an event for him. He's a big Michael Jackson fan, and I jumped onto that one real quick and offered my services to him. This is the second time I've done this since I've been in the ATL in regards to bono for the military. I've done another event prior to that a couple of months back for another soldier that came home from the Navy. So this one's from the Marines. So it's my military. So he's coming back, and I'm going to perform for him 4 or 5 tracks for their private event, family.
That's quite a gift. That is
Yeah,
quite a gift. And ATL, what is that?
Atlanta.
Okay, in Atlanta. Okay, got it. Okay. I
You
wanted
know,
to make
everybody
sure
knows
that I
the
was
ATL.
not missing something. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's why when everybody says that you're coming from Georgia, you're from the ATL. You're Atlanta. Yeah.
Okay. All
Mhm.
right. So, what is in store for you? Besides, of course, you're doing this private event for this
Right.
returning military gentleman that's coming home and doing this with he and his family, which thank you
Correct.
for doing that. And we want to extend our thank yous for his service and their service, because when a service family member goes over wherever they go, then the family also is serving too, because they're serving and doing things without that additional family member to make things run in the family. There's a lot of
Absolutely.
sacrifice there that's given. So thank you for doing that for them. So what else is in store for you?
Oh, I'm going to be working on some more music videos, um, talks with another international radio interview, and working on going international. I think I'm going to go travel. see what's going on the other side of the U.S. for a little bit. You know. So,
Well, I've got a lot of international people that follow this show.
okay.
And so let's put it out there. Let's put it out there
Absolutely.
that
Absolutely.
here's here is a performer that has a huge heart that gives back and is doing good. Let's help her make her dreams come true in seeing that she makes it and goes international. I want to share this. Yes, you rock it, girl. I think you said girl.
Already.
So uh, would you be looking to do like a one person show or do you bring others with you on the road? How does that look?
Oh, I bring my dancers with me. Sometimes I go solo. I'm working on actually in a couple of weeks. I'm going to Maryland um, to meet my. Which I hope they're not watching this because I'm really not supposed to say anything because the brothers don't know I'm coming. But my Jackson 5 brothers that I perform with, I'm going to be coming out there to see them. So hopefully they.
So do you actually perform with some of the actual Jackson brothers?
No, but I would love to. I'm gonna throw in a word to the family that I do know. I want to
Well,
see if I can. I'm gonna
let,
talk to the families I do.
let's
I'd
just
love to.
say that you're not too far removed right now from at least one of the performing Jacksons in what you're doing at this very moment in time and giving service. So, there's you never know what will end up happening when you put it out there and you're
I
doing it
would
for
love
the
to.
right reasons. Um,
I wouldn't want to get charged. I would just. My dream was always, even as a child, my dream was to perform next to them. That was it. I wanted to perform next to them. You know, and of course, once Michael passed, I really wanted to perform next to them after that, so that I could you know be
right.
there for them, even though they know I'm there for them. But I'd still love to be beside them and fill that spot, fill that void for them for that one night, even if it is for one night, just to give them that peace. You know,
Let's
that's
put it out there. Okay, let's put it out there that we want to have, and let's make it a charity evening. You know, and I'm going to throw it out there that let's benefit chemo buddies for life and those that are affected by cancer. Let's figure out who we would want involved in the charity event, and let's see if we can get um, uh, some of the Jacksons, if not the whole Jacksons, to come, and maybe even some of the other friends that have performed with Michael over the years, and put together something for charity that would give that opportunity for you to follow your dreams, have many people, and I would love to feel it with many of like the buddies and people that need the healing through music. Can you imagine having an event where
that
we have
would be
people that are struggling for their lives and yet they love it, and I know some of my buddies right now that I would nominate to come to such an event. I think that we could put something incredible together, and
absolutely.
let's just invite them to come to the table and talk.
That would be wonderful. That would be awesome. That would be
When that top what we were going to do last year and it didn't work out.
you always want to top what you did before. Got to make it bigger. Has to be and better than what you've done before.
Exactly.
Because it's become a
Exactly.
bigger purpose now. It's like a snowball, and you started off small, and you build it, and you build it, and you build it till it's so big it touches the skies. And that's what we're gonna do with the claws. We're gonna make it bigger so it touches the skies.
Let's make it happen.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. We are going to make it happen, and I'm so grateful to have you a part of our team, and we're just going to like
Absolutely.
rock it and roll it and thrill
And
it.
just just so one verse of a song to add to that momentum of life. It's Just call my name, I'll be there. Maybe.
Okay, my breath. Okay, you got me. And you know what? Thank you. And
Thank you.
I just absolutely am grateful that you reached out again and
Absolutely.
and let me know that you were here for us and for the buddies, and that you truly are a service hero. You are someone that is so talented, has dedicated your life to serving others and performing, because performing is giving service. It
Absolutely.
really is. So as we are preparing to close, is there any other like renditions or anything that you would like to share? Because I mean, of course, I'm thinking we've got Beat It, we've got Thriller, we've got any of those others. Is there any other that you would like to maybe share with us, Wink Wink?
Well, I'll sing part of this first song I love, Music and Me.
Okay.
See if I can get my vocals that high. We've been together for such a long time. Now music and me. There have been others, but never two lovers like music and me.
Oh, I love it. And that just sums it up so well. And you know, I'm thinking right now, your mother, my mother, I bet they were just like arm in arm, like, look at our girls, look at them, you know, and because
Absolutely.
there's such a thin veil in my mind of when, especially when someone so special passes, and in a way like both of ours did, and be able to know that we're here and we are going to make a difference for those that are still with us.
Absolutely.
I can't think that any mothers, you're a mother, I'm a mother, I don't think there's any mother that would be out there more proud, more just, if you will, thrilled, saying, way to go. You are living your life in such an amazing, wonderful way, and I'm so proud of you. So as we close our time together, day number 273 of 365 days of awesome, celebrate success through service. MJ's Raven, you are a performer that is inspiring. I have, in this short period of time, had tears and my eyes have welled up. I've wanted to get up and dance, and you've taken me back in time to a time in my life that I had kind of forgotten about. And it was a very good time, and I'm grateful for that time travel journey. You are someone that is dedicated to healing through music because, like you said before we went live, you now have been touched intimately with what it is that is happening to so many and too many. And if we can bring relief and joy, inspiration, and even help people to want to live longer and happier, we will be touching the world. And you should be going traveling internationally. Let's make that happen. I'll
And
put it up there.
that's the purpose. That's the purpose. That's the
Yes,
purpose of life.
that is. So thank you. Thank you for your time. I am going to get a hold of you and we are going to make some
Yeah.
amazing things happen.
Oh,
Thank you.
absolutely.
Thank you for
Thank
that.
you.
I just absolutely adore you. And have a wonderful evening, and we will talk soon.
Thank you. Take care.
Bye
Bye.
bye.